Now, we've shown you some spectacular ads on the show before, but we're about to reveal the secrets of an ad which is, well, it's definitely different.
Yes, it's an ad for a dairy spread, but the stars are vegetables, dancing vegetables, toe-tapping, foot-shuffling, legumes. Now, how on earth did they do that?
Live from the fridge and the china bowl, a dance extravaganza starring the Carrots and a rising star, Bread.
We wanted to give the commercial a romantic feel, and we thought the most romantic vegetables were corn on the cob and carrots and peas we used, of course.
There were some complex routines, so every move was choreographed in a line drawing set to music. Now, getting vegetables to act is a tough challenge. It was director Harry Dorrington's task to mould them into superstars.
When we approach the commercial, I look at each shot as its own and decide which technique to use for it. So not all of it is going to be done in the computer. We use traditional techniques like puppeteering.
Too short. I think she might have the figure for it.
When we're casting the carrot, we're looking for a nice shape that's going to work with the actual movement that we've scripted for the carrot. So we want a really nice full character that's going to slink along.
But Harry needed stars he could rely on. Stars who wouldn't shrivel up under pressure. So he brought in stunt doubles. Made by this man, Roger Watton, and his team. Here they're checking a mould already taken from a real carrot. Then they inject orange silicone into the mould. And in a matter of hours, a new movie star emerges, ripe for action. But not before a spot of makeup. Using real carrots as a reference, a makeup specialist carefully paints on those bits of dirt that give a real carrot its personality. But these carrots don't just look good, they can move with the groove.
Some of these carrots, when they're in the mould, we put a rig inside them so that we can then wiggle them, like so. Very simple control, 2 wires, pull it left or right, just like that. It gives us control and gives us the ability then to make the things dance.
Or entertain us with a spot of synchronized swimming. There's Roger coaching them from under the pot. When this man pedals, the pot moves from side to side. And this is what it all looks like in full, glorious Technicolor. Next, the bread was ready for a slice of the action. But it was at this point that the whole project almost fell apart.
We had lots of problems trying to find the right bread because we used some loaves, but the loaves got tired after a while. So we searched high and wide, and we found some special stunt bread.
Here's Roger doubling up as stunt coordinator. And these are the stunt slices that finally made the grain. But none of them are real. They're all made from silicone. But how did they achieve this little number? Well, it's that man Roger again. He manipulated the bread with wires passed through a hole in the table. And after a few last-minute rehearsals, it's time for the final take. And there's Roger, sandwiched underneath. But hang on, if you look closely at this shot, you can still see the wire moving underneath the front crust. How did they get rid of that before opening night?
Well, for the sequences that were simply too difficult or too dangerous, even for the stunt doubles, they brought in a technical expert with some real bite. Yes, surprise, surprise, computers were used to clean up some shots and tidy up the effects. The final result is a winning combination of old-fashioned choreography and modern-day technology. But, as with any blockbuster film, there were some star tantrums along the way.
I think probably the peas are the most difficult to work with. They're certainly the naughtiest, and they just can't be disciplined. They say never work with children or animals, and I certainly would say never work with children, animals, or vegetables.
Hey, Harry, give peas a chance.